police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Hey, what went right and what went wrong at the combine? There's some good things, but there's also some bad things.
What up, Lo?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, what's good? Raider Nation, shout out to everybody out there in this whatever YouTube verse, wherever you hearing, watching, driving, whatever you doing. Hey, if you driving, just listen. Don't be watching, okay? Just be listening. Click the like button and keep your hands on the wheel, okay? We don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you want nothing to go crazy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to definitely talk about to this live. If y'all saw me earlier, we talked about the Mahomes rules, but this live, we're definitely going to be talking about the combine and how does that relate to our beloved Raiders, right? There's certain things that I'm seeing. There's certain things that I'm noticing within the draft that we definitely are going to be discussing today. And I'm also, this live, I'm going to have, you know what I'm saying, if you guys want, it's up to y'all. It really is up to y'all. If y'all want to come on live with me and we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a whole lot to say in regards to maybe some guys that you're looking at, we can talk about it all on this live. Okay. I know there's been some things, also some other outside Raider news that we can also discuss and have that ready so we can move and groove on that. But again, this live is in regards to the combine, how it relates to the Raiders. Shout out to the best chat, and I mean the best chat that YouTube has to offer. And y'all know the best chat is the congregation. Shout out to the congregation, giving y'all the Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. I told you I was going to be here at 2:30. I had to push it back because your boy had to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I think y'all would like for me to eat, right? So I had to definitely get my food in, but my food came late. So that's why I had to push it back just a little bit. But I am here so that we can talk about the combine and discuss everything. Shout out to Daniel Berry. Good to see you, man. If you guys are in the chat, definitely you want to be active. You want to be involved. Put, definitely say something in the comment section. And also, as I pay the bills, make sure you guys are an organ donor. If you guys are interested in being an organ donor, definitely that is always in the link description of all my videos. And if you are watching this live, that's right, all those people that are watching live, you can go into the chat. And if you put !DON in the chat, it will also give you the link on how to be an organ donor. All right. Oh, and also stay tuned to the end of the video. this or the end of this live, because I actually have some really important information in regards to this channel moving forward. So you definitely do not want to miss that. So watch this whole live, and you'll know what the game plan is in regards to the channel. But we definitely are going to talk about the combine. Okay, so this past weekend, we saw the NFL Combine. And those that don't know what the Combine is where college athletes come to, well, obviously it's in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, Indiana, right? So they all come there. That's where they get the little measurement of their hand. They do the high jump, 40-yard dash, and then there's a bunch of other things in regards to certain drills in regards to certain positions. So they're able to highlight those certain things, and scouts and professionals are all watching and looking to see what they do in regards to their measurables, how fast they run, how smooth they are in certain drills and certain aspects of the game. So all these guys came in, guys that, you know, and I'll be honest with you, for me, I really don't follow much college football in season. You know what I'm saying? There might be a time I might catch a game here and there, but I'm not really like a full college, you know, football, you know, watcher like I am in regards to the NFL. So during the season, I follow the guys that, you know, that are highlighted, watch their tape, see what they're up to, you know, kind of stay and follows with them. And then when I get to the combine, that's where I take a look at maybe guys that I've never seen, you know, or never saw before, just personally. I write down their name, and then I go back and look at their, you know, at their highlights and tape and see how that applies, right? Because again, all players could be good, but what actually players are going to be good for the Raiders, right? That is really what it boils down to. As you know, you can look at the combine, or you can look at these, you know, some people do the mock drafts or whatever on your phone, or however you do your mock drafts. There's like 350 different players that you can select from, but what players specifically fit what the Raiders want to do? What players are what we call Raiders, right? Even Antonio Pierce, our head coach, has said, you know, in his discussions, that there's going to be a chance that, you know, in this draft, that there's only 4 or 5 guys that he identifies as Raiders. So, with that being said, not everybody is built to be a Raider, right? So we need to identify those guys who we think are possibly Raiders, so that we can draft them, right, to the team. We know that head coach Antonio Pierce is bringing a whole new culture. He's bringing a whole new identity to this team. And with that being said, he wants the players that come in to fit that same vibe, right? He wants players to have the Jack Jones, the Amik Robertson, the Max Crosby, you know, the Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? He wants those players to have that type of identity, that type of swagger, that type of, hey, this is what time we're on, and that's how we're going to move. If you guys watch my other live or my other videos where I talked about Raiders only, or if you've seen my most recent live where I talked about the Mahomes rules, I talked about how there's a vibe and a culture that is being set here. And because there's a vibe and a culture that's being set here, the players have to follow suit. They have to follow the identity of the head coach and the intensity in which we're trying to manage this great team. And we know the great team is the Raiders. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I definitely, if you guys are listening or watching, definitely you want to hit that like button. Why? Because I like you. Okay. And also make sure you subscribe. Okay. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm gonna say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, and I normally do this at the end, but I'm gonna do it right now. Shout out to my boy Lunatic. You know what I'm saying? Lunatic Raider.
You fucking cold.
Let me look in the camera, do it. Hey, you guys go ahead and hit them likes. Why? Because I like you. All right, you clip that one right.
Shout out to Lunatic for doing that for me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see that every once in a while. I'm going to work on that video. There's some things I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm still cooking. You know what I'm saying? Know that over here at Raider Twuan, I be cooking. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see me on other people's lives, it's because I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying? I'm either working on my channel or, you know what I'm saying? For those that know what's going on with me personally, I'm dealing with that. So that's why today you see me doing 2 lives, because, you know what I'm saying, there's some personal things that I'm dealing with. But today was a free day. So I was able to, hey, let me try to get as much work in as possible. So, and I do that for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I do that for the nation because, again, I got love for y'all. And, you know, hey, it's just a thing that I'm starting to love to do, and it's allowing for me to be me. So I appreciate for you guys that come in and listen to me and watch me and all that good stuff. And we'll talk a little more about that at the end of this at the end of this live, because I can't wait to show you this new and fresh, you know what I'm saying, thing that I have for you guys for moments and I'll say it moments to come. I'll say it like that because there's no real timeline on what I'm about to say to you guys at the end of this live. But the combine, back to the combine. Combine for me is where I get all my players, where I identify who I like, and such. So definitely you want to be a part of that. Shout out to the chat. Oh yeah, I was supposed to see. I'm all over the place, but that it's all good. It is all good. Let me go ahead and get it right. Y'all know how I do it here. Y'all talk to me, I talk back. Make sure you say something in the comments because we about to do the Raider roll call. You know what time it is. It's Raider roll call. You know what time it is. It's Raider roll call. My name is Twuan. All right. Hey, look. Raider roll calls when I shout at everybody in the chat. If you put something in the comment section, I definitely give y'all the shout out. So this is your time to get your little name out, get your name out there. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know you are on the roll, right? First person on the roll is Daniel Berry. Good to see you, Daniel Berry. Good to see you. Blessings to you. El Capitan is in the building as always. Good to see you, Raphael. Good to see you, man. J Dog, J to the dog. Good to see you, man. I'm all clicking on the wrong stuff. J Dog, there you go. Okay. We got Chad in the building. Chad, good to see you. Hey, Chad, you had a question in my last live. If you can put that question in this live, if you're listening, go ahead and do that. I'm going to answer your guys' questions. Okay. And I'm about to put I'm actually going to put the link in the chat. So if you want to come on the show, you can. Just make sure you know what I'm saying, your mic is good and whatever you say is respectful, right? J Dog is still in the building. Hey, boo, good to see you. We'll talk about that. I'm coming back to your comment, boo. But good to see you, Mike. Mike G is in the building. That is my boo. Man, blessings to him and his family. Hope all is well. Hey, look, we definitely got to talk about the combine. And what I saw from the combine, and this is my personal opinion. I think the combine actually works in our favor. Okay. I think the combine truly works in our favor. And let me drop the link for those that want to come in. Let me go ahead and find it here. There we go. Make sure you hit the like button if you guys have not. Oh, why? Okay. There we go. There goes the link to the StreamYard. Go ahead and get that linked up if you guys want to come in. We might have some people come in. I actually have but I think, again, back to the combine, I think there's some positives there at the combine. I think in regards to our needs, right? We have needs on our defensive backs, right? It would be good to get a corner, right? Personally, I would like to get a corner. It depends what we get in free agency, right? That's why free agency, free agency becomes before the draft, right? And that's something definitely we need to look at. And I think we'll probably do a whole nother live. We'll probably do it later on this week, probably on Thursday. We'll probably be talking about that on the 2 for 1 Nation podcast with me and SC from the SC Raiders Talk, right? We will also probably talk a little bit more about some of the other stuff that's going on in the combine. So you'll hear combine probably all throughout this week, but definitely my perspective is I think in regards to our needs, you have defensive back, offensive line, right? And I think you can identify 3 different spots in our offensive line that we need to address, right? Center, right guard, and right tackle. So everything from center on going to the right is definitely something that we need to address. Defensively, outside of the defensive back, I think we could pick up another linebacker. Also, defensive tackle, right? A lot of us have been screaming, defensive tackle. We need a defensive tackle, right? Well, this is the opportunity to get those things. And I think that in the draft, I think it all works. I think it works perfectly with what we need to do and how we need to address things. The only down thing, and that's why I said that's what went right and what went wrong is, I don't think there was too many risers and I don't think there was too many real risers in regards to the quarterback. I think everybody that's pretty much that was projected to be where they were kind of is where they're set, right? People might say, "Oh, JJ McCarthy at quarterback rose." I don't think so. I think after they won the national the national football title for, college. I think he established himself kind of in that fourth quarterback realm now. And I think that's pretty much where he's going to end up going. With that being said, so I don't see too many riders and fallers in regards to quarterback. And I think, unfortunately, where we are at 13, I think going for quarterback or the top quarterbacks, like we were talking about the top 3 quarterbacks, they're going to be gone by then. I think even J.J. McCarthy might be gone before 13. And with that being said, that means there's going to be a lot of other players that are going to be pushed down. There's going to be an offensive tackle that's going to get pushed down. There might be the top pass rusher that might actually get pushed down. And because of that, that's something definitely is going to benefit the Raiders. I think in regards to the combine, also, with that being said, with the quarterbacks that are pretty much pushed up there, that means a lot of talented players are actually going to get pushed down to where we can get them in a possible second round. And even you're going to see some talent, even in the third round because of so much of, so much talent in, so many guys out there that are being projected to be in the first round. Not everybody's the first round consists of 32 players. Let's just say it like that. And because there's more than 32 guys that when you start really looking at it and hearing some of these analysts and they're saying, oh, I got a first round, I got a first round grading on this guy, right? There's more than 32 guys that are going to be in, that have got that first round grade on them, right? So with that being said, the first round, you have the possibility of getting all your first round guys, right? And then in the second round, you're going to be able to, especially where we are in the second round, we're not too far back, just because we are let's just say we're the 13th pick in the second round, right? So because of that, we'll be able to get almost like in a sense, in most cases, we'll most likely get 2 first rounders in the first 2 picks because of the talent grade wise. So that's why I feel like in the draft, it's going to work well for us, because I think even if we don't get that quarterback at 13, we can still address quarterback. And I think we still will pick a quarterback in the draft, but I don't think it will be in 13. If you ask me my personal opinion of what we should do at 13, I think we should go for offensive tackle, and I think we should go for Talicia. I'm gonna say it like that, Talicia Fuaga. Okay, I might be saying his first name wrong, but no disrespect to him, right? I'll go with Talicia Fuaga. That I like Fuaga. And like I said earlier, when you asked, when I was talking about, players that are Raiders, right? I feel like Talicia Fuaga is a Raider. When you turn on the tape and look at Fuaga, if you turn on the tape and look at Fuaga when he played in the regular season, and then turn off that tape and then turn on the tape where he was dominating in the Senior Bowl, and then when you turn on the tape again at the Combine and see how he was dominating even at the Combine, it looked like he was a Raider. Mind you, and even further on to Fuaga is he's already said that he has family members, a bunch of family members that are Raider fans, because, so it would be fitting that Fuaga is a Raider. And again, we want players to be and want to be a Raider, right? So play like a Raider and want to be a Raider. Go ahead and clip that. We need players that are a Raider and want to be a Raider. That's right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys click the like button. I see you guys got the chat flowing. We'll definitely be addressing that. If you guys want to come on to panel, there is the link in the chat. If you want to scroll up, you know what I'm saying, and say hi, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you can do that too. Shout out to Wild Turkey. Hey, Wild Turkey, we live. So you know what I'm saying? I got to give the... Hey, let me do it again. Shout out to Wild Turkey. You know what I'm saying? This is how I give a salute to my boy Wild Turkey when we live. Shout out to Wild Turkey. And good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. Hey, Wild Turkey, if you got some time, you know what I'm saying? You know you're welcome to pull up on the panel, dog. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat again. If you don't see it, but yeah. Anyway, I always laugh when Wild Turkey. I can't do it. Hey, but blessings to you all. Yeah, my pick, if we stay put at 13, it would be Talisi Fuaga. That's who I would go for. Solidify that right tackle spot. Somebody that's going to be there, matched up with on the opposite side of Colton Miller. You know what I'm saying? Then we ain't got to worry about tackles. You know what I'm saying? Then we set on tackles, of course, later on in the draft. And that's why I said I think the combine, to me, it showed to me that that we can get the talent that we need to fill out this roster in the way that the roster needs to be filled in respects to our needs, right? Our needs, again, are offensive line. Okay, I'm going to just say offensive line because we need offensive tackle. We need a guard. We need guards. And I would like for us to actually get a center. Okay. And I'll say this in regards to that statement of I would like for us to get a center. As much as some people say, yeah, Parham can play center, Parham would work as center. I think so. I'm not saying Parham can't be our center, but I would like for somebody that's been a center. I would like someone that has played center. I would like someone to say, hey, that's what I do. Okay. And then have them come in and play that spot for us. That's what I would want. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want someone, he's a guard, but he can also play center. No, I want somebody to be like, hey, I'm a center. Okay. Because the center position, especially in regards to the offensive line, and we know how important the offensive line is, it has to. And I mean, the offensive line, especially with the center, is the most important spot on that offensive line. Okay, the offensive center is the straw, and you guys heard me say this before. The offensive center is the straw that stirs the drink. You get what I'm saying? So, to get a center that's played center in college at a fairly decent high level, and then coming into the NFL and being a center is what I feel like would be the best situation. We had that before in regards to our linebackers, right? We talked about linebackers, and we've had linebackers that have converted from center to linebacker, and some of us have said, man, we just need to draft a linebacker that's actually played linebacker. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no experiments, you know what I'm saying, at linebacker. And that's the same thing how I feel in regards to the center. I don't think we should have any experiments in regards to our center position. So drafting a center. And I think we can actually, like, in regards to the combine, I think at center, we can actually get a center in the 4th and 5th rounds. You know what I'm saying? And actually it be a solid center. There's actually a lot, and that's what kind of stuck out to me too when I was watching the combine, is that there was actually a lot of centers a lot of centers that are coming out in this draft. So we can get our center, you know what I'm saying, like a legit center in the draft. And still it be of talent. There's actually on the top of my head, there's about 2 or 3 centers. Of course, you have your Powers Johnson. He's probably probably one of the top centers. And I think he might go in the first round. We'll miss out on him if we go for Tuisia Fuaga, which I'm fine with that. But I'm actually looking at, and I might get his last name wrong, just saying it wrong. But I think his last name is Bordellini. If you watch Bordellini's tape, if you go watch him at the combine, he definitely showed out for everybody. So you definitely want to look at that. And like I said, I think we can address center in the 4th and 5th rounds in the later round, because I think there'll still be a lot of centers left in the draft. And also, with that being said, I think when you look at Nutty Raider Nate, the link is in the chat if you're available. Good to see you, man. In regards to the center, not all teams are going to need a center, right? And we've been seeing the trend in the draft where, a lot of teams are, of course, they're, and I'll say it in this phrasing. They're picking the best need in the draft, right? So when I say the best need, I'm saying they're picking the best player possible according to their needs, right? So if there's an offensive tackle, right, that's there, and then there's a corner that's there, but the corner is higher, you know what I'm saying? The value of the corner is higher in the draft, you know what I'm saying? Like, say that the corner that's ranked right there is 26, right? And we're the 34th pick, and you have the tackle that's a 36, right? This 36 is still a value if we're on the 34th number, right? But because that corner is still on the board and he's ranked at 26, you're going to go get that corner because it's still a need, but you're still getting the best, you know what I'm saying, available, you know what I'm saying, of need. So a lot of teams are moving into that in regards to the draft. So I don't see a lot of teams needing centers. So we'll be able to snag our center because he's been sitting there, you know what I'm saying, in the mid rounds. And again, I think that's the benefit to the draft. That's actually what's right in the draft. I think that's what actually works well for us in the draft. The only thing that I feel like doesn't work well for us is if we wanted to go get that top quarterback, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we were always talking about the Caleb Mays and, Daniels, right? That's going to be, the price is, like I've been saying, the price is way too high. And, I think we need to start setting our eyes on other options and other avenues and really filling out this roster, because I think there's other needs. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're still going to have to address quarterback regardless. We're going to have to address quarterback in free agency, and also we're going to have to address the quarterback at some point in the draft. But I don't think going up to go get Daniels or, Caleb or whoever on the top part of the draft is going to be an option for us. Again, the price is way too high for us to go up to 1, 2, or 3 in the draft. So, again, we're going to have to figure that out. So that's going to be what kind of went wrong with us in the draft. But we're still going to get quarterback. We're still going to get a quarterback. And I will later on explain to you my game plan in regards to what I think we should do in regards to quarterback for the Raiders, right? But yeah, I think that's one of the downfalls. I don't think we need a I think we'll some people say we may need a tight end. We can address the tight end in the draft, but also we've been actually pretty good of recent getting undrafted tight ends and having them be that secondary guy. You know what I'm saying? And of course, there's still Horsted here. There's still Fotheringham still around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still on that. We know that Mayer's going to be our primary tight end. But we can always get something in the ladders in regards to tight end. So that's some people might pose that question: what should we do at tight end? There's a few things that we can do, and I think we can address those things in the later. I don't think we have to draft high at tight end. Let me see what you guys got in the chat. Again, like I said, for those, if you guys want to pull up and talk, you guys can. The link is there and available for you. Make sure you guys click the like button. Shout out to Raphael. Raphael said, "What's up?" Let me get it. There we go.
Hey, boo.
Hey, you guys know I gotta do that for Mike G. Shout out to Boo.
Hey, boo.
He said, "Hey, Boo. With the 13th pick, the mighty Las Vegas Raiders select Nate Wiggins, Clemson." Okay. You like Nate Wiggins, the cornerback? That's that's also a need for us at cornerback. And that also could be an option there. You know what I'm saying? I personally would like to go offensive line there, just to try to get that option, that fifth-year option, out of that, tackle, because we know that tackles can get expensive. And because they can get expensive, you want to keep them on, you guys know my word, keep them on cheap labor. So if you can keep an offensive lineman on cheap labor, price-wise and, money-wise, that's definitely going to benefit us and work for us. But hey, I'm not mad at Nate Wiggins. I know that there was an issue with him in the combine. I think he pulled something, injury-wise. I don't know to the extent of his injury, at the combine. But we shall see, right? We shall see. But I do like when I put on his tape and what he did in college, I do like Nate Wiggins. It's not too bad. Wild Turkey is in the building with the brown crackers. You know what it is. Hey, Wild Turkey, this is for you, dog. Raider Twuan, brown cracker salute. And Estrada, good to see you, man. Showing the love, man. Showing some love. I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all don't know how much it means to me and the congregation that you are here. That ninth, hey, the ninth island, yep. Raider Nate. Ozzy, good to see you. War Productions, good to see you, man. Hope all is well. I'm reading your guys' chats. Ozzy said late round center is Bryce Foster from Texas A&M. Okay. If you guys got names, I definitely if I haven't seen them before or haven't watched any tape on them, I go back and do homework. Okay, so Bryce Foster. Don't give me 20,000 names, but if you got a name that you saw, you know what I'm saying? Over here, we do homework. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other channels do, but over here, we do homework. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely remind me next time you see me live. You know what I'm saying? Next time you see me live, and we're doing like a Raider Twuan live or something like that, you know, remind me, you know, ask me what my thoughts on Bryce Foster. That'll be something I'll dive into tonight. I'll dive into that tonight, and get back to you with my homework. Here's my homework, teacher. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Hey, look, you guys. This is what Raider Twuan is about. You know what I'm saying? I talk my Raider gospel. You guys talk your Raider gospel or whatever gospel y'all speak. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of y'all listeners are not Raider fans, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? If you got another team, but you like what I'm talking about, I can talk about your team too. You know what I'm saying? So if you come in here talking about your team, you know what I'm saying, and want to know questions on your team, I do homework on the NFL. So if you got something, another team's, you know what I'm saying, information, I'm also here to break that down too. Of course, I'm a Raider fan. I'm gonna give you Raider, but I can also give you a little bit of the NFL. Okay. And some people are actually surprised I actually know more about their team than they know about their own team. War I did. Yeah, Cedric Van Prawn. I've looked at him, and I need to dive in a little more to him. But yeah, definitely that was a name that has popped up. I've actually seen a little bit of him. I do like what I saw from him. Cedric, Cedric can also be a guy that we can get. Not top, but still be able to address that center position, right? Yeah, shout out to Loon. Hey, Wild Turkey, okay, back to work. Okay. Yeah, hey, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Hope your bosses don't piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Hope you ate something good for lunch. Okay, you got to eat. Stay hydrated. And I'll say this too, and I'm going to say this for everybody. Don't allow other people to mess up your good day at work. Okay? If you ain't at work, or you just listen to this, or you about to go to work tomorrow, or whenever you watch this, okay? Don't ever allow somebody else to mess up your good day at work, okay? And how you do that is you set the tone for your day at work. You know what I'm saying? Before you go into work, play your favorite song or how you feeling that day. If you know what I'm saying, play that favorite song, that song that's gonna set your tone for how you gonna work that day. Okay, whether it's a 2-hour shift, whether it's a 12-hour shift, whatever hour shift you got, set the tone for your day. You know what I'm saying? Those that are of faith, you know what I'm saying? You guys know I'm the chaplain of NWA and the nation. Pray. Say a prayer before you go into work. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your favorite song if it got cussing in it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you got to do on that. Say a prayer. Say your prayer. You know what I'm saying? That you have a good day, that you're healthy, that, you know what I'm saying? All of that protection, you know what I'm saying? And then go into work. And then while you're at work, don't allow anybody to mess up your good day at work. Okay? That's my good word. Don't say I didn't give you a good word today. That's my good word, and I hope you guys receive it in Jesus' name. All right, bless y'all. Okay. Back to it, because, you know, Wild Turkey's back at work. Yes, sir. I'm glad that you got a job. Make your money while there's money to be made. Yeah, Bryce break around like late 5th, down. Depends how the draft falls. Yeah, I think Bryce might also be available in the 6th. You know, and that's the other thing, Ozzy. I think in regards, and that's why I say all of this stuff. You know, I know a lot of people are kind of feeling defeated because, you know, of the possibilities of getting one of the top quarterbacks, but I think because there's going to be so many there's so much reaches for quarterback. There's going to be a lot of talent in other positions that are going to fall down. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of there's a lot of guys projected in the first round that are not going to make the first round. So if they get picked up in the second round, that means that's going to bump even more talent down to the third round. And then that third round talent is going to be bumped. It's a trickle factor. So something in the 5th round could have been a 3rd or 4th rounder, you know what I'm saying, by that point, because there's not only reaches in the first round, but some people do some, like, dude, that person shouldn't have been even drafted in the 2nd round. That dude had a 4th round grade on him, but you picked him in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see a lot of that, and that's going to even bump down even more talent, you know what I'm saying, to, of course, hopefully us, right? And that's where I feel like Telesco's going to have to make his money, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to make his dollar on identifying those guys. I know that Telesco's been known to be well in the top rounds, but he's gonna have to lean on, and I hope he's leaning on Champ Kelly, who's still there, that actually is pretty good at the later round and identifying personnel in the later rounds. So if if they're working like a team, and hopefully, AP is keeping, managing that type of culture, I think we'll be okay. I really do. And that's my positives on what we have in regards to the Raiders. And I'm saying this right now, and I believe this, all is not lost in regards to our team. I think, and we'll see it even more in regards to free agency and who we get there in free agency, especially with all the money that we have available to us and the possible moves if we let some people go, right? So we definitely shall see. I just said I agree. Cedric is possibly a fourth round. May go late, late third. Okay. And obviously, like, as we're talking about this, and I've been, the reason why I brought up this live is because I feel like the needs of offensive line, and I know free agency still here, because I know people like, oh, we still got free agency. Okay, I get that, and I understand that, but this specific draft, specific live is in regards to the combine and the draft, right? Combine and draft. If we waited to the draft, right, I think we could still address our offensive line and have them all start. I think you got Colton Miller, Parham. You get a center. It could be Van Pran, Bryce Foster. Like I said, Borderlini. You know what I'm saying? At center. We can get a guard. Okay? Later round. First pick for me. Like I said, if it was left up to me, if we stayed put at 13, first pick, we got our right tackle. We got our starting offensive line right there. Yeah, our right side our starting from center to right side would be all rookies, but you've got our offensive line. And a lot of these guys, like I said, looking at the talent when especially on Sunday when the combine was for the offensive line, when I started looking at who those guys were and started looking up who those guys were, those guys are going to be ready to go. I'm not going to say they're going to be all pro, offensive line, from the get, but they're going to be of starter quality where you can actually start them and they'll be good. And I think we can, again, shore up our offensive line, not for just now, but for years to come. Look at how cheap cheap labor. Hello, cheap labor. Hello. Look at this. And that's why I like talking to the congregation. Offensive line. Guess who's the only one that's getting paid? If like I said, we draft a center, right guard, and right tackle. Guess who's the only one that's really getting paid? Colton Miller. And Colton Miller is already under contract. So you have, I'll say it like this so you guys can get the aspect of it. You have a veteran who's actually would be a free agent at some point, but obviously he's not a free agent now because he's on our books. And then you have a bunch of rookies. And when I mean a bunch of rookies, I mean you have people under rookie contract. Who's Parham? And wasn't he a rookie last year? So that means he's still under cheap labor. Okay. Then you bring in 3 other guys on that starting offensive line that are on cheap labor. Now that money can go other places and be used properly. Whether it's to retain guys or whether it's to, hey, you want that big defensive tackle? Hey, D tackle, come on over to Vegas. And a matter of fact, you let us know how much y'all want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the top defensive tackle, right? Top defensive tackle. What you looking at? Okay, that's what you want a year? Okay, cool. Why? Because we got it. Okay? So, it's a benefit to the Raiders, especially in regards to the offensive line. Because all of this stuff that we need and that we want it's already looking like it's going to fall to us. Okay? And, you know, I haven't said it yet in regards to quarterback, but, you know, you can also get one of the later round quarterbacks too. Go ahead and get that quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round. Okay? And still be good. Your draft might look like getting your right tackle in the 1st round. Possibly moving up into the 1st round to get your quarterback again with your 2nd round pick. Still getting your center. Okay? And then getting a linebacker. And I like, and personally at linebacker, I like Eichenberg. Okay? Later round, linebacker that can get the job done. Okay? A linebacker that's actually a linebacker. Right? We ain't got no projects. We ain't got no safety converting to a linebacker. He's a legit linebacker. Okay? And there's a lot of late round linebackers that are actually around that we can definitely pick up. Okay? I would like personally to get a solidified corner in free agency. But you know, that again, that I'm not in the room. Right? So I'm not calling the shots. But if you ask me what I would say, I would go corner in free agency. And the reason why I said go back up in the 1st to go get the quarterback is because if you do that, then if you get the quarterback, if you go back up into the 1st round to go get a quarterback in the late, you know, like at the end, say you go where you trade with someone else to get up to the 28th pick, right? You get that quarterback. Now you have that quarterback not under a 4-year contract, but you have the option to get that quarterback under the 5th year option, 5th year. You automatically give him that 5th year option. So you have that quarterback for 5 years where you can possibly, I'll say it like this, you can possibly redshirt him that 1st year, which means you sit him that 1st year, let him learn, let him grow, you know what I'm saying? Let him get adjusted to the NFL under whoever the starter is. And I haven't told you who I would like as starter, but that 5th year option now becomes a redshirt year where he grows, and then you still got him under a rookie contract for 4 years after already having him for that 1 year. Now you see how that's playing out. Now you see how all that works. Milka Beezy, good to see you, my guy. That's another guy. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about quarterbacks. Joe Milton is another guy. I'm not saying you need to draft him in the first round, but he's going to be one of those guys in the later rounds, in the third, in the fourth, where you can get that quarterback that, again, people are saying he's going to need, he's going to need to sit a year, to adjust and learn. And whether he becomes our starter or whether he becomes a really good backup, he's another good quarterback that can be in our room. And right now, in essence, I know that we have to let some players go. You know what I'm saying? Let some of these guys go. But in essence, we need quarterbacks in our room. So why not pick up Joe Milton later on to fill out our quarterback roster? And I ain't gonna lie, dude got an arm. He just needs to work on some other things. And like I said, if you got him sitting behind the quarterback and letting him work those things out, who knows what he turns into. Ozzy give me the list. You know what I'm saying? Here go Jordan Travis, Spencer Rattler, Joe Milton, okay, Sam Hartman, okay, all in late round quarterbacks. I'm not worried about drafting a quarterback high. And came out and said AOC is a starter till someone, and that's how it should be, Ozzy. That's exactly how it should be. Whoever comes in this room, and you guys heard me say this before, whoever comes in the room, whether it's quarterback, linebacker, whatever position you want to say in perspective, it's all a competition. And I'm glad that we're breeding that type of competition. You know what I'm saying? And being open for whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to whoever can come in and get the job done. You guys say you know what I'm saying? I always use Blues Clues, but I just use that as a random name. But you know what I'm saying? If Blues Clues comes in and beats Aiden O'Connell for the number one spot, hey, I guess I'm gonna be rooting for Blues Clues every Sunday. You feel me? And that's where it comes down to the competition, iron sharpening iron, and us getting better and improving this Raider roster. And if you like the Raiders and you like what I'm hearing, if you like what I'm saying and what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have not, go ahead and subscribe to the Raider Twuan channel. I definitely had to do that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So you guys are seeing what you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. You know what I'm saying? Like you're starting to see that a lot of the things that we want is starting to really fall for us in this upcoming draft. We just gotta hope, you know what I'm saying? The hope is always that, you know what I'm saying, Telesco is looking at this and the staff is looking at this and saying, hey, we can get this done. You know what I'm saying? And not be afraid to go and make the right decisions to fill out this roster. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys look at the chat. If you guys have any comments or questions, definitely put those in the chat, whether we're talking about the combine or just Raider related, or if you're a fan of another team and you have, you know what I'm saying, something in regards to your team or a question in regards to some, you know, a player on your team, come on and ask it. I definitely have an answer. Okay. Facts. He said he's talking to MG. Shout out to Mike G for spitting his Raider gospel today. And Ozzy talking about he likes Jordan Travis. I saw, you know, I forgot who it was. I'm bad with names. I remember faces. But there was a guy that came into my chat and was like, yeah, look at Jordan Travis. And he also told me to look at Trey Benson, where I really like Trey Benson. If you guys have not checked out Trey Benson, go ahead and look at Trey Benson's highlight. Go to Combine and look at his Combine too. He did well at Combine. I think he ran a 4.38. That's a running back. You know, a running back option for us, right? But yeah, I like Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis is 6'1". I kind of like my quarterbacks a little taller than that. But hey, when you're drafting in the later rounds, you really can't be much, you know, can't be too picky on it. You just hope that they develop into something, you know what I'm saying, as they grow and progress. And again, if we are setting our team as a competition, hey, that 6'1" quarterback might actually beat out, you know what I'm saying, the guy that's 6'3" or the guy that's 6'4", right? So, hey, let's see it. And may, like, you know, like they say all the time, may the best man win. SoCal Sal, good to see you, man. Make sure you hit the like button, my bud. Auntie Six. Hey, what's good, my guy? Blessings to you. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys if you guys want to pull up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things flow. In my head, I got about another 30 minutes. But if you guys want to come on and talk a little bit on what I said, if you want to disagree with what I gotta say, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the conversation as long as it's respectful. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's respectful. Definitely want to show love to everybody in the chat. Justin Matabuki is the best defensive tackle free agent. Only 26. Hey, but I think he has. I think Ozzy. I think he actually got. I think he actually got tagged. I think the last time I checked, he actually got tagged. So that's something, you know, we might have to move on to the next best free agent there. Cedric Gray from North Carolina, yes. And I believe he's a linebacker. Yes, linebacker. Because also too, in regards to Cedric Gray, and just saying in regards to the linebacking room, I'm not too confident. And maybe someone can help me with this. I'm not too confident in our linebackers. Still, I like Spillane. and don't cancel me. Stay with me. I like Spillane and I like Diablo, but his health is now a question for me. Okay. And then outside of that, what? Masterson? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't really seen much of Bernie. So, you know, I don't know. And because of that, like I said, we're in a spot where, yes, we need our top linebackers or our top line. When I talk about our top line, I'm talking about our starters. We need our starters to be good. But now we're starting to fill out our depth, right? What's behind that? What happens when, and I'll say it, even though it may not, it may not be anytime soon, but what if, Spillane says, hey, our top linebacker says, hey, I want to retire. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something happened, in his life where he's like, hey, I want to spend more time with my kids or whatever the situation may be, right? Then we're left with Diablo. What else do we got at linebacker? So with that being said, we need to be in a place where we're grooming our linebackers or grooming, like when I talked about the first line, grooming that second line. So when that first line says, hey, I'm out, or hey, I'm retired, or hey, I got hurt, that second line is ready to go. And it's a good second line. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like we need to, we need to also be looking at linebacker. And not like I've been saying, not having a project linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that actually plays linebacker and has been playing linebacker and knows what they're doing because they've been a linebacker since high school or whatever the situation may be. Yeah, Justin Matabuki. Cedric Gray again, North Carolina, for those that are keeping their eyes on players and you want to watch some highlights or something like that. If you guys want to do some homework, we're definitely dropping names that you definitely want to look at. And now, because there's combine tape out there too, you can also watch them do the certain drills at the combine. Afakasi, good to see you, my guy. Blessings to you today. Again, the link is in the chat if you want to come on and talk a little bit, is available to you. Willie Wayne, good to see you, my guy. Blessings to you. Hope all is well. SoCal Sal, good to see you. If I haven't shouted you out, I think I did. If I didn't, then I'd give you another one. Make sure you guys click the like button if you guys have not. And make sure you subscribe. Okay? Make sure you subscribe. Okay. I'm going to do this because I'm about to give you guys the news. Nutty Raider Nate. Nutty Raider Nate said, who's the linebacker we picked up mid-season? Was that It wasn't Bolton, was it? Now you got me drawing a blank. Ex-Cowboy. Oh, oh, I can see his face. He has dreads. Because he played right next to the white boy. What's his name? Van Der Esch. He played next to Van Der Esch. Somebody help me in the chat. Who was that linebacker we picked up? Bingo! Shout out to SoCal Sal. Jalen Smith. That's right. Because it was Smith and it was Van Der Esch. Okay. There goes your question, Nutty Nate. The link is in the chat if you are if you want to pull up, go ahead and do that. So yeah. In regards and trying to stay on topic in regards to the combine, and I know you guys have your questions, and that's fine. But as I'm still trying to stay on this topic here, I think the combine is definitely going to play in our favor. And what I saw in the combine that's going to lead to the draft, I think it's all going to work in our favor. Okay? We can shore up our offensive line. We can address all of our needs because of the picks that we have. Create a competition at quarterback. Now, I'll say this. If the quarterbacks don't work out this year, in regard to, I'll say, I think for the next 2 years, we'll be addressing quarterback. Whether it's free agency or not. Because as much as we might like AOC, and it's still, I think he'll work, but who knows, right? If Getsy says, hey, Aiden ain't cutting it, then we'll need another quarterback. Or whoever they bring in draft-wise. Obviously, I think if they drafted the guy, obviously they think that he'll fit whatever Getsy's trying to get done. But I think we'll be looking for quarterback for the next 2 years. Unless something happens where we identify, unless something happens where we, a free agent, a real good free agent comes out and we say, hey, we're just going to go ahead and get the free agent. But I know a lot of us want that long-term quarterback under center, and there's benefits to that. I'm not saying that there's not benefits to that. I'm not saying that I'm opposed to that situation, because to be honest with you, if the world was mine, we would be getting Jaden Daniels. We would shore up this offensive line. We would, we would get our defensive tackle. We would get that corner. We would get that linebacker. And we would be knocking on the Super Bowl's door. But being realistic and being, looking at all aspects of things, I think there's a few ways for us to go about building this roster. And I think we can all agree that this roster needs some building. And I think, again, watching the combine and the players that were in the combine and how they showed out there and going back and looking at tape, I think we can build out this roster, baby, in the draft. Yeah, hey, Smith did look good in the first game. But yeah, and he was just a, he was a tester. He was getting tried out. I'll say it like that. He was on a tryout, but he was on the team. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, this is a guy that we're gonna have for years to come, and you know what I'm saying, we solidifying our linebacking group because of him. So definitely we're gonna need some improvement there. He was dead, yeah, and he became that. Big Tone, good to see you. I see you rolling in, man. Blessings to you today. Make sure you hit that like button, bud. Blessings to you. Fam, I'll say it like that because you guys might start trying to gang bang on me because I said bud, and you guys might have thought I said the other word. Oh man, we got the people that go to church over here. We got the gangsters in here. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful thing about the Raider Nation. You know what I'm saying? The preacher can stand right next to the gangster. You get what I'm saying? And don't let it fool you. Not, people in church is gangster too. Oh man. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Whew. Hey, blessings to everybody. Hey, look, I'm on. We gonna take it. We're gonna go to the next level. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take it to the next level. Okay. Of recent. No, let me do it right. Let me do it right. Give me a second, y'all. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like button. Please make sure you let me do the loon. Let me do the loon version. Oh, let me do the loon version. Where's it at? There it go.
You fucking cold.
Let me look in the camera, do it. Hey, you guys go ahead and hit them likes. Why? Because I like you. All right, you clip that one right.
Shout out to Loon. Hey, I got much love for the lunatic, lunatic, the Dirty Lunatic Show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dirty Lunatic Show, Dirty Raider and Lunatic Raider. They were on the other night and he did that. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna, cause he was just talking and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna do it like Twuan does it. Hit the like button. Why? Cause I like you. I say that all the time. Hit the like cause I like you, right? And he's like, I'm gonna do that. And then he did it. And I put it in the chat. I was like, I'm gonna clip that. And he's like, you gonna clip it? Okay. And then that's the take he gave me. So I'll do it one more time. I think it's hilarious, but I love it. Thanks for the love and support on that.
You fucking cold.
Let me look in the camera, do it. Hey, you guys go ahead and hit them likes. Why? Because I like you. All right, you clip that one right.
Shout out to the Dirty Lunatic Show and Lunatic Raider. There we go. Oh, there it go. I think. Let me see if it pops up for me on the show, so I can get it in for y'all. Did it show up? Yeah, it did. Yeah, buddy. Good to see you, Milk of BZ. All right. Hey, look. Okay. Nightbot's telling y'all to subscribe. Okay. Okay. If you guys want to be a blessing to the channel, you can do that through Cash App and Venmo. All of that is right there. And then you guys know it's scrolling across the screen. Okay. But I want to tell the congregation, and I'm only talking to the congregation right now, and the congregation is my subscribers. I'll say it like that, but I don't like to say subscribers. That's why I like to use the word congregation. Shout out to the congregation, because Raider Twuan is now at 300 subscribers. Woo! Yeah, yeah, buddy. All right. Oh, God. Woo! All right. So Raider Twuan is now at 300 subscribers, and that's only possible because of you guys. Okay? You guys don't know how much it means to me even to get to 300 subscribers. You know, there's a lot of personal things that I go through. And YouTube has allowed for me to be me. Excuse me. And I know that it's not the 500, which is the goal for monetization, but to get to that point, you know, every single subscriber, I get the notification, you know, not all of them, but, you know, I do every once in a while. My phone will notify me when I get a new subscriber, and my behind the scenes process on that is everybody that that notification comes up as a new subscriber. You know, I say thank you, Lord. And you guys know that I'm a person of faith, and you guys allow for me to be that person of faith, and you guys don't judge me because I am a person of faith. Do I live a clean, squeaky life? Not at all. Am I perfect in any way? Not at all. I make mistakes. I say things that shouldn't be said. I've done things that probably shouldn't have been done. But one thing I am thankful for and appreciate is the love and support that I get here on this channel. If you show up, if you hit that like button, if you're watching me live, if you're watching me on replay, thank you. It motivates me in multiple ways. It motivates for me to keep living. Breaking down my situation, I'm on a life and death situation, and I could easily be stuck in my thoughts. I could easily be down in my sorrows, and you know, some people have seen that part of me, but that's behind the scenes stuff. But coming on live and seeing you guys and you guys telling me, great show, or how you guys are positive to me, it means a whole lot to me. It really does. And I thank God and I hope you guys allow for me to do this. I thank God for each and every one of you guys. Because I say all the time, and I'm not using this right now, to close out the video, but it ties into what I'm saying. I say you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And you guys don't realize how much you guys have been a blessing to me. The preparation for my shows, the videos that I make, the thumbnails that are out there, all of that I've been doing. I've been working on. And that takes time. And that time distracts me from the issues that I have in my life personally. It takes, not saying that I completely forget about those things, or I'm saying those things are not still a factor in my life, but just so that my mind mentally is not stuck on something that can be depressing and downing. It means a whole lot to me. And again, I wish there was another way that I could tell you thank you. But that's the best way I can say that. And I hope, you guys can receive it in the love in which it's given. And again, getting to this point, and I think I crossed that border of 200 videos now. Even with that being said, it means a whole lot to me. If you guys want to clip this, that's perfectly fine. Share it out, whatever you want to do. Thank you. And I know that there's a lot more to come. I know there's a lot more to go. And I am going to do this because I know there's a lot more to go. And I know there's a lot more subscribers to join the congregation. If we can get, and this is going to not rely just on me, but this is going to rely on the congregation. If the congregation can get to 500 subscribers by the end, and I don't want to say the end, I'll say it like this. If we can get the congregation to get to 500 subscribers by week 1, so we got a whole bunch of months to go, and I'm going to be spitting out content, 2 or 3 lives a week. If we can get the congregation to 500 subscribers by week 1 of the NFL season, I will give a lucky subscriber a pair of black Air Forces. Okay? I'm going to say it again. If we can get Raider Twuan, the channel, the congregation, to 500 subscribers by week 1, I will bless a lucky subscriber with a pair of black Air Forces. Okay? So that's what I will do if we get to 500. Okay? I think that is something that is doable. I think that is something that we can do here. I have faith in the channel, and I hope you do too. All right. Big Tone said, the disrespect, you should be over 1K by now. Hey, look, I believe it, I feel it, I see it, but I it's up to you guys. It's up to the congregation. Okay. It's going to be up to you guys to make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys are sharing this out. You know what I'm saying? You can put it on Facebook, Yo Space, Moko Space, back page. If you want to put it on OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that too. You know what I'm saying? Share it out. Okay. And I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my best again. Cause you guys, for those that know, I have kidney disease. So I go to dialysis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So when you see me on Wednesdays and Fridays on other people's channels, I'm really struggling to be on panel to do their shows. But that's how much I want to be here for the nation. And that's why today I was able to do 2 different lives. Because today is my off day and I actually feel a little bit better today. So that's why I'm going with my schedule. Okay. And I'm gonna put out content. And again, I pray that, and I hope that you guys support me in that. Noka B said, hit the like button. Appreciate you. Twuan, supporters you. Yeah, since day one. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. I really do mean that. Raphael's a great great YouTuber. He's all he works hard. I appreciate him. Yeah, thank you. You're going to, You're going to be the greatest, and this is Capitan supporting you. Hey, I think. Hey, look, thanks for the support, and again, I have much love and support for you, too. So Cal, the nation appreciates what you do, Twuan. Blessings and prayers, to you always. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you guys for definitely showing me love again, and let people know. You know what I'm saying? Let the congregation know. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't watch this, I'm gonna say it a couple of more times, but let people know. Hey, if we can get to that 500, you know what I'm saying, by week 1, the free Air Forces. You know what I'm saying? Free black Air Forces. You know what I'm saying? Gonna send them right to you. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. If you can get Raider Twuan to 500 subscribers by week 1, a lucky subscriber gets a pair of black Air Forces. All right. All right, you guys, I'm about to go. I did my second live today. I'm going to relax unless someone hits me up. You know what I'm saying? All content creators, if you're doing a show, Best way to hit me up is on IG at Twuan. Send me the link. Let me know what time, and I'll do my best to be there. Even if, like I said, I want to relax, but if you guys want to do a live today, hit me up. I'll put in the work. So, blessings to everybody again. Thanks again for allowing for me to be a channel that you guys enjoy, allowing for me to get to this mark of 300 subscribers. I know, again, I think we're at 200 videos. Yay! Look, for somebody, and some people don't know this, for a person that has a speech problem, being up here, again, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Really do. All right. You guys know how I say it at the end of my lives, and that ain't gonna change. And I'm gonna do the loon one. Okay. I'm gonna do the loon one because it's still fresh. Okay. Hit me up on IG at Twuan, 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 if you need prayer for you or your family members. Again, your business is between me and the Lord. I don't put your business out there in the streets, and you ain't got to worry about that. Just let me know on IG what's going on so I can be in prayer for you or your family members, okay? Also, if you're interested in being an organ donor, please be an organ donor. The link is always in the description of my videos on how to be an organ donor. So definitely be an organ donor, okay? You guys know how I end my video, and I'm going to end it just like that. Hit the like button.
You fucking cold.
I mean, look in the camera, do it. Hey, you guys go ahead and hit them likes. Why? Because I like you. All right, you clip that one right.
And quit playing with yourself. Subscribe. Remember, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go, Raiders.
What up, Lo?
Today is the day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia Matt, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John can pursue his dreams. Tonight the 12 team on the way, and a tribute to John Madden and Al Jenkins, who declared that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.